It won't be easy. Today we are not celebrating. Let us talk about a real killer, a silent killer, which is destroying our momentum. Every year, a brilliant student is coming in front of me and telling me that he or she is not capable of leading THERISA. He or she wants to resign his or her position. And every year, the graduates who are graduating their diplomas, who were the members of THERISA, they lose their interest after graduating, participating in THERISA, Tanzania Health Records and Information Students Association. That's why we're saying this is the biggest challenge you will face as a digital health leader in Tanzania. It is easier to observe students experiencing these things. 1 among 5 executive leaders, they lost their confidence in leadership positions. 50% of development project committees or more, they are becoming inactive leaders. And almost there is a zero documentation. I don't say that they don't document everything or anything. The desired deliverables, documentation behavior is almost zero. There is high emotional fatigue and eerie resignation threat among student leaders. So THERISA is experiencing their leaders reducing their efforts in association activities, their leadership roles, and everything included into their leadership positions. As students watching this video, you might experience times where you can think about THERISA. So this shows there were a minimal new leader orientation and non-existent mentorship pipeline. And I try to share these things with a professional group to gather different information and insights. And that's why we are trying right now to build a mentorship network that will help these students, and that will help you as a student to navigate this emotional fatigue and eerie resignation threat. There is a poor financial tracking. There are missing annual reports, which is very easy for any other branch to find. They don't have the annual report. And that is a very big threat, because association without documentation, without reports, it's like nothing. You can't make a progress in the association without documentation. So it won't be easy to run the association without documentation, without reports, activity reports that shows clearly in details what exactly happened. Limited financial management skills in a professional guidance gap, which we need you as a professional to look and try to help THERISA in navigating this. And if you are a health records and information student, you should make sure that you navigate this with your mentor, with your professional nearby you. So these weaknesses are not the student's fault. They're symptoms of a missing professional bridge. That's why THERISA mentorship program has been designed to make sure that we navigate, we bring together students and professionals together to solve and to deal with these challenges. There is a local threat to a global pipeline. Health information student, you are a foundational pipeline for future expert. Expertism in the future depends on you. So a lot of challenges might happen to diminish and to prevent the future from occurring. Most of the challenges you might face as a health information student, as a health information professional, helping students navigate their path towards the future of health information in Tanzania. Most of the challenges that you might encounter, they also affect these levels. THERISA cannot rely on passion alone. The passion alone can't make THERISA survive. It requires a rigid organizational structure. There are pillars that we need to take into consideration very well. There is a financial security and governance issue. It's about accounts, how we're going to make our leaders effective and active. That is financial and governance and those leadership issues. There is economic growth and innovation pillar, which includes income projects. But also there is innovation. THERISA is not only about doing association things, but it's also about making sure that we innovate something new. We innovate to bring solution into the country, into health sector. We are bringing new technologies, new ideas. The third pillar is academic excellence. Those workshops, peer tutoring, research support, and everything. But also there is a membership and welfare issue. Institution awareness, campaigns, mental health, but also there is advocacy and partnership. The students need to attend various Ministry of Health conferences and activities, engaging in national conferences and regional conferences about health information, records, everything about students' welfare, a lot of things. And international conferences that can also motivate them and make them international. But as soon as we understand that these 5 pillars, not any of the one, but all of them together can build and transform the community of health through science, technology, and collaborative leadership. So professional discipline, this is very important. Professional discipline, data privacy, and ethical conduct is a foundation. We are founded on the committee ecosystem. THERISA is designed to accommodate various committees into a single entity, a single working association. As a mentor or a student, there is a National Executive Committee and Advisory Council. Until now, it hasn't been effective enough to say that we have a strong National Executive Committee. And the Advisory Council is still not there. A big gap that you need to make sure that you play a part in implementing a National Executive Committee, which is very effective. And as a mentor, as a professional, health information professional in the country, you should make sure that you remind the student you take a part in being in an advisory council and rebuild it to make sure that the students have their advisory council and the National Executive Committee is stronger and it's effective. And there is level two, which is zonal executive committees. We know the country itself has the zonal representativeness, zonal structure in everything. As a mentor, you need to make sure that you help the student overcome and build zonal structure, zonal leadership structure. Each college in a country is supposed to have an executive committee, but in other branches, which are very new, they don't have leadership. Enable the implementation of branch level leadership. And as a mentor, as a teacher, for example, you are teaching in a certain college, you should make sure that you understand and you help your students build their branch, build their zonal leadership, build their national executive leadership. I would like to congratulate the THERISA KCMC is trying to be an example since foundational year. It's better to learn from them, from what they experienced, because what happened in KCMC can happen anywhere in a country. So THERISA is all about decentralized national infrastructure. It is very decentralized to make sure that we are very inclusive, we are very effective in every branch, and we have representativeness from various colleges and various regions and zones in a country. There is a missing structural support Students are willing, the constitution is drafted, committees are defined, but the architecture is stalling. So you as a professional, we ask you to help students. And the missing load bearing all is professional mentorship. That's why we are trying to build THERISA mentorship program to make sure that students are having mentors, are mentored towards achieving objectives. The mentorship reality check. This data are the recent data. When we started to implement mentorship program, among young professionals, 60 young professionals that were invited to take an action, only 10 of them actually signed up that they are ready to be a part of mentorship program. And among them, 3 mentors remained committed, working with students consistently. The demand for mentorship and professionals who are interested in mentorship is a big threat. So it won't be easy unless you take part. You take a part in dealing with this. It won't be easy unless you as a student, you show the interest to be mentored. When a student is ready, the teacher comes. And we have said that mentorship is not a one-way approach or one-way street. Each and everyone is a builder. A student is a builder and a mentor is a builder. Together, they build and they make a brighter future for digital health in Tanzania. There is a critical lack of follow-through, and students do not need casual advice. Casual advice is found everywhere. They need structured, consistent professional guidance. And that consistent professional guidance, they can't get it from non-professionals. They get it from the professionals. So you as a professional, we need you to take part in mentorship program. And the link is in this video description. Please check the link, register yourself and be a part of mentorship network. The mentorship bridge bridges between student efforts and professional expectation. It won't be easy as a professional to mentor students. Your role as a professional is to make sure that this bridge at the center is working. Mentorship is not about students only. It's not about professionals only. It's all about a collaborative approach. The exact mechanism that locks ambition into accountability. Without it, student burnout and the professionals receive unqualified graduates. For intervention, develop and build a mentorship culture. Strengthen the reporting, support leadership training, protect the certificate system, provide institutional presence. We are redefining the stakes. We are coming from Students Association into Tanzania's digital health workforce. THERISA is not just a students association, it is a central nervous system of Tanzania's digital health workforce. By mentoring THERISA leaders today, you are directly engaging the accuracy, security, and ethical management of the nation's health data tomorrow. Mentorship is not charity, it's a professional self-preservation. The pipeline needs you now. This is your question to you. Are you allowing the pipeline to collapse, or are you willing to build the bridge? There is a link in the description below. You can scan the QR code over here and sign up for becoming a part of Mentorship Network today.